Pretty much we got redirected. There is a massive tree down, so we cannot continue in this area. This tree did not go over a power line, but it did go over a house by the looks of it. So fire department's taking care of that. I believe it's the Crowder's Mountain Fire, or it's the Gastonia Fire Department, Department 8, I believe, Department 8, not Kings Mountain or Crowder's Mountain. I'm done.
The fire department that handles this area is the Crowder's Mountain, Gaston County fire department.
Yeah.
The police department out here is going to be the sheriff's office, I believe it is.
Yeah, because Gaston County Police, or Gastonia Police is city. Gaston County Sheriff is what
The Gastonia Police only come out here if they're called on backup.
Yeah. So winds are gusting right now anywhere from 40 to 50. I can't exactly check because I'm recording and I don't have my laptop on me. Doubt it would work without internet. So we might have to take Sparrow. We might have to take the Sparrow Springs Road up there where that church is at. We might have to take that road.
No, I'm just gonna have to go back the way we came.
I don't personally think you should do that. Just in my opinion, you could try taking Sparrow Springs.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head back through the wood, and if I can make it back to the road we were on earlier, I can make it to a gas station.
I just don't want to do anything that's gonna like.
I forgot. I thought that was a tree that just fell.
I swear.
That is a tree that just fell.
Okay, so we thought that was a tree that fell. I was scared.
No, that's a tree that fell a while ago.
I got scared for a minute. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, that was a tree that fell the last storm we had, and they cut it. I was like, what the?
Yeah, so that was Debbie. That was Debbie. Yeah, we were scared for a minute. We thought that was a tree that fell. That would mean we'd have no other choice. God forbid we got trapped. Luckily, my dad owns a tree service, and he has chainsaws, so we wouldn't be trapped for long. But
we'd be trapped for quite a bit.
We'd be trapped for a bit, which would not be a fun experience. Let me tell you.
It'd be fun for
These
me,
storms are not something you should play with. By the way, for anyone who isn't aware why I take these seriously, even though my family's like, you don't have to do that, and I'm like, yes, you do. This is like the definition of
driving in the middle of the road.
So yeah, we're kind of driving. Also, he's going to drive somewhat fast, but somewhat slow in the Crowder's Mountain State Park area again, simply because
I don't like being caught in areas with large trees. I've had experience with trees fall around me. It is not a it's not a what they call a heartwarming experience.
Yeah, it's definitely not a heartwarming experience. It's definitely not a fun experience.
It's a gut-wrenching experience.
It's cool when you see it in a distance. It's not cool when it's right in front of you. Okay, there's
something's wrong with my head. My bright lights, because they keep flashing at me.
So no trees have fallen around here yet.
No, still power.
So still power. We're gonna kind of try to blaze through here, because we do not want to be caught up in this area.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it just somehow got worse. Yeah, a lot of the small trees
of trees falling. Just every leaf that was changing color for the fall.
Leaves and there's pine needles, there's branches. There's a reason why my brother's going through here quick. It's just to make sure we can get out of here before any trees actually fall.
For which, thankfully, the winds are working out in our favor because they're not gusting real bad right now.
Yeah, we found a lull in the gusts of wind.
So I'm trying to get out of here before the gusts pick back up again. I know the rain's picking up, but I want to get out of this area before the gusts of winds pick up really, really bad again. Because if we get caught in this and we get trapped here, there's a chance that we'll be stuck here for a while.
Yeah, we might be stuck here for upwards of 8 hours, you know, because that's just how it is.
The way these trees are is most of the roots are connected. So it's not just one tree that's going to fall. Multiple trees are going to fall if one of the big trees decides to go.
Yeah.
And it made it to where I was intending to go.
Archie Whitesides.
And they're not. Oh, yep, there they are.
Yep. So they are down there. Crews are down there. Or not crews, some guys down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a risk we were not willing to take for obvious reasons.
Here you can see like all where the city lights are shining from because of the clouds.
Yeah, you can see the city lights are about down that way, right there. You can see where they are. And this area just doesn't have electricity right now. A lot of people are waking up to no power. I recommend personally, if you do not have to go into work, don't. And
unfortunately, my job
if you don't feel
is
safe,
crazy, so I have to.
yeah, that's up to his job. I'm not working today because I don't start working until Sunday. But yeah, this is how it is right now. You can see the lights in the distance over there. That is the city.
And those knocks you're hearing every time I go over a certain area is
Branches. Yep. So we made it back to an area with electricity. Yeah, there was no power for a bit.
Might have just took the Jeep.
Yeah, but while I was parked behind my Jeep, so.
Family members, gotta love them.
Yeah.
I do remember when Debbie came through, we had that ginormous tree fall right here.
Yeah, when Debbie came through, for those who aren't aware, Debbie was a tropical storm with wind gusts here like 40 to 50, and
it
there was
actually
just
produced
insane issues. Yeah, it did. No, that was in May. So May we had 2 tornadoes come through this area. It was crazy. Let's just say that we had 2 tornadoes come through. It was not fun for people. It did a ton of damage.
The fire crews are already preparing their trucks and stuff.
Yeah, fire crews are preparing their trucks. We're kind of going through here. So this is near an old neighborhood we used to live in, close to the Crowder's Mountain area. There's a lot of rivers. So
we definitely want to see.
We want to check them out. We don't want to get into it.
I don't know about you, but I brought swimming trunks.
No. Anyway, there is the field we can look at temporarily, the one where the construction's happening.
Yeah, that's gonna be flooded, but I'm not going that way.
Well, I just said afterwards we can look at it and see how the river
looks. Heading back
looks.
towards downtown Gastonia, we'll definitely stop by there and look at it. But I'm more intrigued. I am definitely more intrigued with the Mechanicsville area. That is the area I'm kind of intrigued about the most.
So the Mechanicsville River has the South Fork River. That's why my brother's so intrigued. He was like, I wonder what's going on over there. And I'm like, yeah,
it has
that's
a retired dam there, but it doesn't really work anymore because the river flows over the dam.
Yeah, the river has more water in it now, so the retired dam doesn't work.
Yeah, I know the dam used to be active back in the 40s, but it became imminent and we're in another no power zone.
Yep, we're in another no power zone, guys.
So it became evident real quick that the river was growing, and so the dam was kind of abandoned.
Yeah, the sign would usually be on there for that church. It is not. I don't think that gas station is going to have power then.
No, I'm not going to that gas station. I'm going to South Carolina.
South Kakalaki.
Yep.
We're going to go to South Carolina.
Home of the rednecks.
Home of the rednecks. So wind gusts right now still anywhere from 40 to 50.
It's actually picked up a lot. Actually, I can feel it now. Whenever a big gust comes through, I actually feel it in my car.
You can hear it too. I mean, when the rain hits the car,
it sounds like hail hitting my car. It's just water.
Yeah. This is pretty much complete darkness for these people. If you live in this area, just be careful.
I think we know, Elijah. Here when we lost power. It's pretty damn dark. I love how one of the signs is still on.
That neon sign is crazy. That neon sign is whack.
I know it's battery powered neon lights, but Jesus.
Yeah, that neon Hey, anyone want to do the Powerball?
Yeah, guys, let's go look at the lottery tickets real quick and see. That's probably their backup generator, keeping the fridges and stuff on.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. This guy just refused to turn his bright lights on.
No, they're
turn
off.
Them off.
His headlights are really bright. Oh, wow. We have barely gone any more south, and the wind has picked up substantially from where we live.
The wind and rain have picked up like crazy, and we've barely gone anywhere.
I mean, we've been moving more and more south, and the more south we go, the more the rain picks up, and the more the wind picks up.
Yeah.
I am really intrigued to see what it's going to look like when we get into South Carolina.
I'm intrigued to see what it's going to look like when we reach peak intensity at 7 o'clock. For those who don't know,
it is 6 o'clock right now.
Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock right now. We're an hour away from peak intensity in this area. Things will look
Don't get
real
me
different at
wrong,
7.
we are nowhere near the eye of the storm once 7 o'clock. We'll be at peak intensity.
We'll be at peak intensity from 7 till 9. So just be ready for that. If you're in the North Carolina area, just be ready for peak intensity for several hours to come.
And that's not something I wanted to hit with my car. Too late though.
So there's still electricity in this area, which tells me that there's no fallen tree in this area, which is good.
It must have been back there by where the construction site is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stretch out this far, unfortunately.
I wonder if that person's yard is flooding again. So there is a yard up here. Oh no, there's no electricity past a certain point here. Okay.
So that means there's a tree down up ahead. There's no power up
Anyway,
here.
there's power. This is weird. Never mind, I'm wrong. There's power right there. This is weird. Oh yeah, there's no streetlights over here. Duh. I'm dumb.
Okay, so yeah, so our power grid actually comes from
Multiple different places. So the one here particularly runs along this line right
so
here.
our power
and down that
comes,
way.
if you turn on this road down here, this is where our power grid comes from, down this road.
Yeah, and
So if
it goes
the
down this
power,
way as well.
if a tree falls down that way, it's not going to cut power to this area, essentially.
Yeah. It won't really cut power to this area. Yeah, you guys can see the winds here kind of picked up pretty bad.
Yeah, it's picking up actually a bit. Yeah, I can see why nobody's going to school today, although I would have enjoyed it.
I can completely understand why school's canceled. You know, you don't want to be sending your kids out in this. You don't want to. You know, school's canceled, I believe, in Charlotte. It's canceled in Gaston County simply because it's just not safe.
It's canceled in like every county. About half the counties in the...
Yeah, a lot of them have went remote simply for safety reasons. The big reason...
it's a good idea to go remote because of how many power outages
The big
there are.
reason... Well, yeah, that also kind of covers... Going remote also makes sure that, you know, if anything happens...
Save your work.
You know, it'll be all right. They'll be okay. But
save your work.
yeah, definitely do that as well if you're on
You're definitely
remote.
gonna want to save your work because I am not doubting that the power will go out and everything you're working on will definitely be gone if you don't save it.
So let's see if this area has electricity. We will know. There aren't very many in this area, like
There
street
aren't many
lights.
street lights, but yep, there's power down there.
Yeah, so there's power down here. There's certain areas of Gaston County you are waking up with no electricity. You are just waking up in darkness. Oh wow, the wind is so intense that it's actually shaking the signs.
Street signs. Oh, I could definitely feel it now.
Yeah, so you know it's intense in your area when it's starting to shake street signs.
And there's no power going past this. Oh no, there's
So
power.
there's still power. Let's try to get out of this tree area
It's
here.
not that bad of a tree area. I've been through here several times. The trees are a lot further away from the street than near the Crowder's Mountain State Park. So I'm not as worried. My concern is going into this area once the street lights end, because there's no way of knowing if there's actually still power over here.
There's also no way of knowing a tree fell.
Well, I have pretty bright lights, so I'd see the tree before I get to it. But it would still be very, very hard to tell if there's any power over here until you reach the end of the road where the gas station is.
Yeah. So in this area, it's incredibly hard to tell whether there's electricity or not. You would have to like go down to your neighbor's house. But
Yeah, and definitely by how the wind is, I wouldn't doubt there's no power, but there's just no way for showing. Oh, I see street lights.
no,
Okay.
that's a person's
Nope,
lights.
that is a car light.
That is a person's lights.
I don't advise driving this fast, and I don't see any lights coming around this corner. Nope.
Yep,
They
there's
still
electricity
have
down
power.
here. Yep, and that gas station is open. So
No,
here we
they're
are.
actually closed.
Oh no, I think they might be closing because there's a car there. That's why I'm saying that they might be closing up.
They might not have opened just yet.
Might be trying to figure out if they should or not. Obviously, Crowder's Creek runs on this side of the road, so
Well, we're actually going to
Yeah.
be driving through. Yep, there's a lot of water on the road right there. So the creek is actually coming up on the road behind us, which
yeah.
is kind of bad. I mean, it's not around any houses.
I mean, that is a good part. It's not coming up around any houses. So for those
And I am not seeing any. Okay, so there is still power over here.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's gonna be one of those things again where only the state around the state park has power.
Nope. Nope. There are intense wind gusts right now. Yep. All right.
Yeah, this is something I wouldn't recommend for most people to do.
Yeah, don't go storm chasing unless one, you have a plan, and two, you have the ability to do so.
Well, don't go storm chasing if one, you have a plan. You also have a backup plan for that plan, and you also have a backup plan for the backup plan.
Well, the backup plan for the backup plan is 911, Josiah.
Because I've got a few emergency kits in the back of my car that were recently purchased because of an emergency I had, so I'm grateful I have those.
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend keeping a knife on you, which I do have. Especially like one of those outdoor pocket knives that you can cut small branches with and stuff.
I'm gonna charge my phone. The charger's back here.
Yep. So here's the Crowder's Creek, and it's not up to the road.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely not up to the road here. I think it's just too high in this area for that.
Not really, because the Crowder's Creek when it's gotten really bad, it's come up to the right here before.
So yeah, I'm getting ready to pull out the charger to put my phone on the charger, just so that we have charge through this.
That was part of Crowder's Creek I just drove over. That water.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
I am a little bit more at ease now that we're going uphill.
Right? Yeah, we are going uphill here. I think there's still electricity in this area. Yeah, winds are gusting, guys. I mean, gusting.
And it's starting to become more of a sustained wind than anything.
Yeah. When it really becomes sustained winds is when you need to be concerned. I do have a friend in Georgia.
I'd say it's sustained.
I tried waking him up. So if you see this video, headers, I tried waking you up. Your ass did not wake up during your peak intensity. So, I mean, you missed out on that.
I will say that the sustained winds right now are around 20 miles an hour, and the gusts are picking up to around 50 to 60. Because normally 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, I can't really feel it much when I'm driving.
Well, that and you don't really notice 40 to 30.
And so these gusts, if they're enough to make me feel my car move in a certain direction when it hits my car,
or if it's causing, signs to shake like down there.
yeah, it's a lot more intense than what the faint of heart wants to be. Like, I can feel every gust right now.
I honestly wish I had a camera stand, but we don't. So my poor arm is getting tired. Yeah, I'm charging it. I'll just switch hands.
Yep, it's definitely flooding on the road here because I'm just like right there and right there. I'm driving over small areas that are definitely taking on a lot of water. Right there and there. Okay, look, if I slow down here, you can definitely see the wind with the way the lights are reacting. You can definitely see that. Ooh.
And you can hear it as well.
And I'm also getting pelted in the face with water.
So this is just intense. I will briefly get out of the car at the gas station just to show you guys how crazy this is.
And there's a guy walking down the street with a case of beer. It never ceases to amaze me.
Hey, you gotta have your hurricane party if you're in the South. You gotta have a hurricane party. You gotta have that hurricane party.
If anyone doesn't know, if you live in the South Carolina, North Carolina area,
or in the Gulf states, there's something called a hurricane party,
and people just get wasted during a hurricane. It's
now I can't guarantee if you're ever in the South and want to join in on a hurricane party before a hurricane. I can't guarantee your safety, nor can I guarantee that you're going to live through this experience. Simply because getting drunk,
and nor can I say you're going to remember the experience either. That was a big gust.
Whoa. That was insane. You actually heard it move the car. It moved the car a little bit and you can actually hear it.
It didn't help that I was going over a puddle at the same time.
Yeah, the winds are gusting probably around 70 miles an hour.
If I let go of the wheel, it's pushing my car in the direction of the wind.
Yeah, guys, this is an intense system. I would not take it for granted. This is an intense system.
And tell me about, we've only drove 20 minutes into South Carolina, more closer to the storm. It's just a little concerning.
It's telling that we're reaching an intensity that they did not predict.
Because this storm, it rapidly intensified.
It rapidly intensified, and it's moving at about 30 miles an hour, guys. That means that pretty much there's no time for it to properly de-intensify. The eye wall's not properly.
Any signs of de-intensifying either.
Not only that, we are in the worst quadrant of the storm, the worst side, which is the east side. Right now we're in the northeast side, which is always the worst side to be on. I mean, we're talking winds right now are gusting at maybe 70 miles an hour. This is something I've never seen before in my entire life.
Yeah, I better go ahead and slow it down now.
Yeah, this is an intense thing here. We've got, winds here sustained maybe 30 to 40 at this point. If you're seeing it to the point where it's constantly just in a sideways motion rain like we're having right now, you're definitely well over 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, and I think they're having issues at the water recreational center.
So the teams for the Two Rivers, they're out. Their hydrologists are out. They're checking rivers. They are checking to make sure that these rivers are not overflowing.
I think it's a little too late for that, though. I should have checked last night.
Yeah, we're currently, if you put up a light, you're going to see things moving sideways. At the gas station, we will definitely get a clearer view of that. 100%, we will get a clearer view of that.
Oh yeah, it'll be a beautiful view actually. And they're actually open, which is a great sign.
So this is it, Hurricane Helene.
I'd hate to pull up right to the gas pump and then power just cuts right there.
You better be quick. Yeah, we're at the North Carolina-South Carolina border. That side is South Carolina. That side down there is South Carolina. This is the North Carolina side. We usually go to the gas station on the South Carolina side. So we're pulling up in York County. If you are in this area,
we will definitely be heading towards Lake Wylie after this.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can definitely head down towards Lake Wylie. Probably set up there in one of the parking lots. People are filling up gas cans. They're kind of just doing whatever. But yeah, we're reaching, close to peak intensity here. Stuff that people have not ever experienced in their lives.
And everybody has trucks, and I don't. I just feel great right now. Alrighty, well, sir, you can get some great shots now.
That is true. I can get some great shots now.
You are staying in the car.
By yourself.
Not by yourself. You're just staying in the car. I'll be right outside the door. I love you.
Yeah, you guys can definitely feel that, for sure. Yeah.
Unless you want to get breakfast here. They're serving breakfast here.
Go ahead. I'm going to FaceTime Papi.